Hi everyone, welcome to my 5-minute moon and stars wind down for the winter. I'm practicing on the mat today, wearing something very comfortable. I have a bolster and a pillow with me. I actually think that this short section works equally well in your pajamas in bed, and you can just use multiple pillows as your props rather than needing to use a bolster as well. So to begin, we're just going to come, if you're on the mat with me, then bring a pillow, any pillow of any shape or size will do behind you, just to prop yourself up, and just come to find your seat bones to begin with. I'm just in a cross-legged position. Something that can be really nice as we're winding down for the evening actually is just to bring a little bit of sensation into our feet and into our hands. So I'm just going to start actually by gently giving the feet a little bit of a massage. There's no set or right way to do this, so I would say just work into your feet in a way that feels good for you, giving them a squish, working in circles. I'm practicing in some comfy socks today, but if you prefer, this can feel really nice barefooted as well. Make sure to squish the top of your foot as well, and then when you're ready, maybe even squish up the leg a little bit, switching over onto your left side. They say actually that the feet are also the gateway to our hips within yoga. So I think before any restorative poses, particularly if they involve the hips, it's always good to warm into the feet, I find. Once you've given both feet a good squish, maybe worked up the calves as well, we'll just also do a short massage for the hands. Maybe warm them up first, particularly if it's cold, if it's in the evening where you are. Just warm the hands up, and again, maybe just massaging into both palms, working over the tops of the hands, along the fingers, and that can involve just gently squeezing them, or possibly even rubbing circles into the fingertips, switching hands when you're ready, and working through each of your fingers in any way that feels good for you. And I really welcome and encourage you just to explore what feels nice, depending on what you've done that day. If you did some lifting or lots of writing or something else, you might actually find you're tender in your hands and feet, depending on what you've been up to. And shake them out and just let out a cleansing sigh. Oof. Good. So first pose that we're going to come into is Tirasana, star pose. So to do this, just bring feet out in front of you to kiss at any distance that feels good. So that might be quite far forward, could be quite close to the body. Just find a distance that works for you, and also experiment a little bit with height. Height in terms of how supported you are. So I'm sitting on one pillow at the moment. You could be sitting on no pillows. You may wish to layer on. If you have a bolster, I'll just demonstrate. It may feel quite good. Just move this to come up onto a bolster as well. So again, our goal in this practice is really to relax and unwind more than anything else. So listen to your body. I'll stay on the bolster for this one actually, and from here we're just going to very gently tiptoe the fingertips forwards until you land in something that feels a little bit like a forwards fold. And that forwards fold could be quite low to the ground, it could be quite high up, and you can also experiment with your finger placement as well. And just come and relax into it. And if you feel yourself creating any more space as you stay in your forwards fold, just feel welcome to drop into it. And slowly tiptoeing the hands back in and releasing through the legs. You might just want to walk out through them for a little bit of light relief. Good. From here, only 2 poses. We're just going to come into a supported child's pose to see us out for the evening. So for this, again, take any supporting props that you are using for your Tirasana. Option to use one bolster. Just place it in between the knees and gently fold over. If you find that there's still quite a lot of space, either between your posterior and your ankles or between your chest, belly and the bolster, feel free to continue to build and create more height. You should really feel supported and like you can just melt into it. It shouldn't feel effortful to get to the bolster. So add height as needed through whatever means you have near you. Pillows is perfect for this one. And melt into it. Maybe even give the bolster a little hug. And I quite like at this time of year to imagine that the bolster is a cool winter cloud or bed of snow. And feel held and just allow the body to melt. You're welcome to stay in this resting position for as long as feels comfy. You may even decide to stay in it indefinitely and just gently move the bolster out from underneath you when you're ready to go to sleep if you are practicing in your bed. And if you do decide to stay for a while, just imagine yourself lying under a thick blanket of stars ahead of going to sleep. I will leave it there for tonight. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and if you are about to go to sleep, I hope you have a wonderful night's rest. Thank you, and good night.